guys, it's me. Today I'm going to be doing the Booktube Newbie Tag. It would have been my first video, but I did not find out about it until a few days ago. So I figured I would give it a go. First off, before I start the questions, my name is Sam, 27 years old. I live in Wisconsin. I have a husband and 2 dogs, whom I love all 3 of them very much. So I guess we can get right into it. I have the questions right here on my phone, so I'll be reading them off of there. Why did you start this channel? I guess that I just need an outlet for all of my creative ideas that I have in my head. And I watch a lot of Booktube. Book Roast is like one of my favorite people to watch, so shout out to G. And I thought, why don't I give it a go? Number 2, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? I really don't know if I'm gonna bring all that many unique things to Booktube. I think that everyone, just because of their individuality, brings something new and different to Booktube. Not necessarily because they're doing different things than other people, but just because of the way they interact with the camera, interact with their followers, things like that. Not everyone is going to have the same opinion on the books that they read. Not everyone are going to read the same books. So I feel like I will also bring that to Booktube. I don't think that there's anything like big, glaring that right now I could say, yep, I'm going to bring this to Booktube and no one's ever seen it before. But I'm just going to bring myself. That's all that counts. Number 3, what are you most excited for about this new channel? I'm excited to let some of my creativity out. And just kind of, do some fun videos. So I feel like it'll just help me bring out my creativity and kind of force me to read more and to think more about what I'm reading. Whereas sometimes I'll just like read a book and it's one in my eyes, out of my brain afterwards. With this, I feel like I'm going to have to really think about the themes and things that are in each book. Number 4, why do you love reading? It's been something that's been in my life since day one. My parents both read many, many books to my sister and I as we were growing up, and continued reading to me until, I could very much read on my own, but it was just something that we did to connect. And I cannot remember a time that I wasn't reading. And I just love the feeling of being brought into a new world and escaping, the world that I'm in or the stress that I'm under, escaping into a book and just, it can be however I imagine it to be, and it's going to be like no one else imagines it, which I think is amazing. Number 5, what book or series got you into reading? The earliest books that I can remember reading were my Nancy Drew books, and my mom actually read them when she was young and had kept one of them. I believe it was, hang on a sec, I can grab it because it's right here. The Secret in the Old Attic. So this is an old, 1970s cover or whatever, with the black edges on top. I would have to say that this is the book that got me into reading, and that brought me to reading the rest of the Nancy Drew series, and then on to Harry Potter, which I really think kept me reading. Harry Potter is life. My wonderful mother let me color in her beautiful, beautiful book. I remember we spent the day coloring these together. Number 6, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? My all-time favorite booktuber is G over at Book Roast. And I would just have to ask her, like, where she gets her motivation from. That girl is so motivated because she is just always putting out videos, and with this magical readathon that she has going on right now, just the amount of work that she put into it, and just, I don't think that I would have the motivation or the organization for that. So I guess, like, how do you organize? Where do you get your motivation from? Like, please help me, because you are wonderful and I am just a little peon starting out. So, yeah. Number 7, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Kind of like I said in my last question, just my, like, motivation and organization. Keep this channel up and fed with new ideas and new videos all the time. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem per se filming the videos, but I think I will start having a problem with wanting to edit and getting them up. I already know that editing is gonna be my worst nightmare. Maybe I can bribe my husband into doing it for me. Number 8, when did you start reading? As soon as I possibly could. I was reading at 4 or 5, and just some of my earliest memories are of reading Nancy Drew, and just struggling through books that were way too advanced for me, but I just really wanted to read because my sister, who was 3 years older than me, was reading them, and I just had to be like her, you know. And that kind of stuck all the way up through middle school and high school. I was reading the books that she was assigned for her English classes in high school. I was reading those in middle school, and I would spend all of my time in study hall. I would spend that reading instead of doing my homework, and I would come home and read, and just always reading, and I'm still the same way. Number 9, where do you read? Anywhere. A lot of the times I read in bed or on my recliner or my chair, pretty much anywhere and everywhere that I can. And number 10, what kind of books do you like to read? I would say that I'm a mixed bag of things. Harry Potter's my number 1. That gets reread constantly. I'm constantly in the middle of one of those books. I really like science books, learning new things about nature. I've read a book on feathers. I've read a book on seeds, things like that. I really like to learn, so I like that end of things. But I also like to read young adult, contemporary, mystery, history books. I read Devil in the White City about H.H. Holmes and the Chicago World's Fair, and that was super interesting to me. It just depends on my mood. I'll pretty much pick up anything. I'm not that picky. It just depends. Well, that's it for the questions. So if you want to learn anything more, feel free to comment down below. Now, be happy to chat with you. We can have a conversation all day if you want. If you want to see more videos from me with my beautiful melodic voice, click the subscribe button, and yeah, that's about it. Have a good day. Bye. My cookies.